welcome to another production diary number 4 to be exact. And as you can see right now, I'm not at home. I'm currently editing the full trailer for Tales of a Hell, which will probably be out in a few weeks. Probably just after this is released sometime. And so yeah, getting really excited for that. It looks like it's going to be really cool when it comes out. For this production diary, I'm going to show you the first half of the whole stop motion project stuff. So everywhere, like this is going to be a 10 episode season, so you're going to see a little bit of the progression from me shooting episode 1 to episode 5. So let's go ahead and get started. And before I do, just so you know, I mean, this is a very condensed version. I have a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I would recommend going to my vlog channel, backtrack, and you can see tons more stuff that went on during this whole process. And it has been, this whole stop motion process has been a process because I've never done this before. But anyway, let's get started with watching this, and you might hear me commenting a little bit, voiceover commenting sometimes, and then I'll see you when we get back. Bye. Okay, we got some lights, we got camera, we got background, we have a figure in the room, and we have a backdrop. We are getting ready to begin production of the Heroscape show. Then I can see myself in there. Anyway, that is what's happening. Let's get started with this right now. Okay, I'd just like to mention to everybody that as you see me getting started here, this whole process was a learning process just because of the fact that I've never done this before. And as you can see right here, I'm using my hand with the shutter button, and I didn't have any active remote or anything, so that's one thing I changed really quickly, but it did involve me having to redo these scenes. Okay, just checking in with you all today, and here see the lighting setup. I'm about to get started. I got a 4-point lighting setup. I'm going to be doing it at like this type of wide angle, and I already did it like at this angle. Did it like this angle. Now I'm going to do a wide shot at this angle with Henderson coming in down here, and be spying on these guys on the side here. Just get an establishing shot showing both of them together in the scene. And then I'll start doing a wide shot of him coming down, and some close-ups of him coming down, like knocking over this thing and making noise and almost getting caught by these Maro drones. Okay, so just finished my 3rd day animating some figures, and I got done actually more than what I wanted to get done this week, which is kind of cool. But I have here, this is the last thing I animate. This is actually going to be for a teaser trailer that I was just thinking about doing this week. Just popped in my head this week, and so I decided to do it. I just finished shooting it, and hopefully in the next week and a half I'll have it up and online, so there are people out there that can watch and see what might be happening. We are fast forwarding. This is a scene right now that I'm shooting. I think this is in like episode 4, I believe. And just to mention that scene with those Maro warriors and stuff, that's a scene I'm actually going to have to reshoot in the second half of doing stop motion, this whole stop motion thing, because it just didn't turn out too well, and a lot of the dialogue scenes, it took like almost the whole first episode working out, okay, how to make sure the figures were doing the correct movement for dialogue, and just movement in general, and how to do, remote shutter. Right there you see me with a remote to activate the shutter so the camera is completely still and I'm not pressing the button causing it to jump everywhere. And eventually I end up with a remote that's connected to the camera, which is a lot better, so I don't have to keep on putting my hand in front of the camera either. So, like I said,
learning process.
Okay, and I've just got to mention something. During this whole production, like during the actual production time where I'm doing the stop motion and stuff, it's a lot of work, let me tell you, and this is one of the bigger sets that I'm working with. And really, right now, I'm in the literal middle of doing all this stop motion. I'm like almost about halfway through it. Maybe a little less, but almost halfway. And I gotta tell you that it's like I've been working until 1 o'clock in the morning the last 2 nights. I'll be doing it tonight, trying to do some of this scene. It's gonna take me another week or two to get everything done that needs to be done on this little piece of set.
So I just wanted to mention during this whole scene for this particular set, it took me a few weeks to do, but as you can see, by the time I was able to get to this scene, I had basically worked out all the kinks of what I considered the animation to be for the figures and such. You'll see I got lighting near the camera, on both sides, in the background, so the lighting's solid. I have a shutter switch that is attached to the camera, but I'm not touching the camera specifically, so you don't see any vibration or bouncing in the frame when the animations are moving. It's very still, with the exception of what's being animated.
So here we are back in the studio during the daytime, actually preparing to do some close-ups of said ToV guard against the Airborne Elite, and basically I'm going to shoot him kind of coming off, falling off, wounded, falling off the bridge, but just doing a falling down. I'm looking over this type of angle area. I would also like to point out that this is the first time I've applied wound markers to a figure using a stick deck. And wound markers, when it's like boom, 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 fire at him, and so I'll do an effect to where the wound markers just hit on him and send him reeling backward off the bridge.
And yeah, so anyway, we basically took the first half of doing this, first 5 episodes to really get a good, smooth way of doing things and just learning how to do it. And it was a hard process, but it was fun, and now I know what to do. So it should be smooth sailing from now on. We'll see, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so I just finished doing the last bit of shots for this huge fight scene, and you see a lot of the terrain pieces I've broken up. I have the other half inside here. I just finished doing the last shots, put the figures away of this just huge fight scene on the bridge across the river with the ToV guard that the Airborne Elite face. So finished all the shots that this huge set was in for basically 3 episodes, the end of one, a full one, and then the beginning of another. So this took about 2 weeks to shoot everything, and now I am wrapped for that, and I'm officially halfway through the stop motion of all this, of this first season. Since this took so much work, I've been working nights actually getting this done, and plus because I have some medical things happening in the next few weeks, I am going to be taking a couple week, like a 2 or 3 week break from stop motion, and then as soon as I get recovering and well enough, I'll begin the second half of the stop motion stuff. Oh, tired, exhausted, but happy that I was able to get this stuff done.
Okay, you finished watching the first half of all the stop motion stuff, and you'll see the second half in the future. Still currently finishing that. Not done with the stop motion yet. Almost. Getting close, but not quite. Still got another 4 weeks or so to go. I have no idea what's going on my computer. Anyway, besides that, yeah, we're just keeping the ball rolling with production. Had a couple days, or a couple of delays the last month, but we'll just keep on going and hopefully still get things done on time. And yeah, next time I see you, we're going to introduce some of the voice actors and show you what's going on a little bit there and some of the fun we had earlier this year. So with that, I thank all of you for watching, and we'll see you next time.